Hi, I'm Maria. Welcome to Sage Fox Tarot. Today I'm going to try something different. I usually do shorts and tarot and oracle card readings, but I've been getting a lot of guidance lately to try something different, something new. So what I'm going to be doing on the channel, along with the tarot and oracle card readings and shorts, I'm going to keep doing those. I'm going to also do spiritual lessons where maybe every 2 or 3 days we're going to go into a deep dive, or depending on how much time we have, we'll talk about certain subjects like chakras. Like today I'm going to talk about chakras. Excuse me. I have a long list. It's going to take quite a while to go through it. So it's going to be fun having some discussions. We're going to talk about different aspects of spirituality, how to get in contact with angels, how to get in contact with your spirit guides. We're going to talk about meditations, different types of meditation, just a whole bunch of things. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun trying to do that. And as I just said, today we're going to talk about chakras. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi, sorry about that. I was looking at my phone and realized that the battery light came on low battery mode, so I had to run and charge it real quick. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. So chakras. All right, so this is from Eastern spiritual philosophy. The chakras are basically energy centers that are within the body, and they run from, there are many in the body, but the 7 main ones are the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, then there's the heart chakra, throat, third eye, and the crown. One that I like to work on that a lot of people don't really talk about is also the third ear chakra. So we'll discuss that today also. Excuse me. So as I was saying, I printed this out so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is what it looks like. So it starts at the base. The first chakra is at the base and it goes up all the way to the top, okay? So you can find anything like this online, and if you're curious to learn more, there's plenty of places to go to, print something like this out if you want it for your own personal records. So the first chakra is the root chakra, which is at the base, and it has to do with trust, stability, feeling grounded. Then you move up and you have the sacral chakra, which is orange. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, the first chakra, the root chakra, is red. And the orange sacral chakra has to do with sexuality and creativity. Then you move up to the solar plexus chakra, which is yellow, and you can feel it. It's like right in your belly here, or in your belly area. That has to do with wisdom and power. You know that saying, trust your gut. That's it right there. Moving up is the heart chakra. It's green, and that is just, as it's called, the heart chakra, and it's right here, and it has to do with love and healing. And as you move up, you go to the throat chakra, which is a light blue, and it has to do with communication. That is where you speak your truth. After that, you have the third eye, which is blue, and that has to do with psychic ability, awareness. And last, we have the crown chakra, which is purple, and that has to do with spirituality and connectedness to the universe. So in order for the chakras to work, okay, they need to be cleansed. So over the years, as you go through life, the chakras can get very mucky. I guess you could call it, they're just mucky. So what you have to do is meditate to cleanse them, and you work on that, because if you don't, they're not going to work properly, and your life is going to be a little unbalanced, which is not good. So basically the chakras are like little spinning fans, if you want to picture it in your mind. I know this really great meditation, and I do it often. And you just picture, once you get into the meditative state, and you don't even have to go into a full meditation, you can just find yourself get yourself into a calm place where you can have a little quiet, and you just close your eyes and you take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, a couple times. I like to do it 3 or 4 times, really deep breaths, feel it in your lungs. And once you are calm, you can picture your little chakras spinning, okay? And I like to imagine, so let's start with the root chakra. I like to picture it, and I picture it like right here in front of me, and it's a little fan, and it can't spin clearly because it's got muck all over it, debris from just life, okay? So I like to imagine a white light shining down from the top of my head into my body all the way to the root. And if you're visualizing in front of you, just imagine the light shooting into the root chakra, and it's like giving it a burst of energy, like that, okay? And that burst of light spins it really, really fast, and all the muck goes flying everywhere. That's just how I visualize it. I'm sure other people do it differently. Whatever works well for you, but this is what I personally do. So I imagine the light shining brightly through it, and it's just clear. All this muck and dust and particles are off of it, and it's spinning clearly and beautifully. And the light is just shining brightly, and it's beautiful and a bright red, and it's cleansed, okay? Then you can go on to the next one. And the next one would be the sacral chakra. And again, it's the same step. Just as you did with the root chakra, that's what you do with the rest of them. So as you work your way up and you get to the top, and don't forget the ear, the third ear. So as you work your way to the top, okay? Once all the chakras are cleansed and they're spinning freely and beautifully, these little spinning fans inside of you, once they're clear and cleansed, then you can imagine the loving white light shining through them and into all the parts of your body, and you're just like a light beam shooting in all areas. I love the shooting idea with the light beams coming out of your fingers and toes and hair, and you're just a big beautiful body of light. And then what I like to do is also ground myself to Mother Earth. And then I like to cap it off on my feet, under my feet, and then cap it off on top. And I'm good. My chakras are cleansed. And now I can go about life doing what I need to do. And if I ever feel like unbalanced, I like to go back and redo that as often as necessary. You may find that you need to do it quite often in the beginning because you may not get all the debris, all the particles that don't belong there. So, and that's okay. Do it as often as you need. One thing that I have learned, so over the years, I've been working on, I always wanted closer connectedness to my angels and spirit guides. So I was always working crown chakra this, crown chakra that. And I neglected the base, the root chakra. And I just, after a while, always felt lightheaded, and I wasn't sure, why am I feeling dizzy? It's because I wasn't grounded. So remember to ground yourself, and also focus. Don't just focus on one. It's okay to focus on one, but don't forget the rest. Remember to do the rest every now and then too, okay? If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or email me. I'd be glad to answer them. So let's move on. So we discussed meditating and how to clean them. So as I was talking about before, the crown chakra, if you want to work on opening it, that's another thing that you can do If you want to make a closer connection to the angels and your spirit team, and you just want to get a higher understanding of your spirituality, that's what you do. You work on the crown chakra. So one way to work on the crown chakra is to, again, just as we did the meditation, you do a visualization this time, okay? And you visualize the crown opening. It's like a lotus flower, and you just picture it opening, okay? And you ask your spirit guides and angels to come in and work with you on your crown chakra. And they will be there. They're going to help you, okay? Other things that you can do, I have a list here of what kind of herbs, because I don't remember the names and things, but there are herbs and stones that you can use, as well as essential oils. You could also wear colors of the chakra to help you engage it more. So one thing that would help with the crown chakra is wearing a lot of purple or a lot of jewelry. Purple jewelry, I love amethyst. That's my birthstone. I love it. It's one of my favorites. There is also another purple stone. What is it called? Let me look at this list. Sugilite. Yes. Oh, that's a pretty one. I really like that one. That's a nice one. So yes, selenite, clear quartz, hematite. You could use all of those. Alexandria. Clear quartz is great. It's really great because you can use that for any part of your body, for any of the chakras. It can be set to work any way you want. So that's one of those stones that has multi-purposes, and clear quartz is everywhere. And it's a really pretty stone. So as for herbs, there is lavender. You can use lavender, okay? That probably includes the essential oil. Yep, lavender essential oil. Rose for essential oils. You can use rose, frankincense, which I use both of those, lavender, jasmine, and myrrh. But yeah, as I said, for stones, my go-to is amethyst. Alrighty, so next on the list is the third eye. The third eye, if you want to work on, oh, I guess I should say also, if you want to work on claircognizance, that is knowing of all the clairs. There's clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairaudience, clairsentience. I think those are the four, and they have to do with feeling, seeing, hearing. Clairaudience is hearing, clairvoyance is seeing, claircognizance is knowing, and clairsentience is feeling. I think I got that. I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's right. Yeah, so if you want to work on claircognizance, the crown chakra would also be a really good place to start with that too. Yeah, a lot of people are really talented and they already have that. Like my son, he just knows things, you know? He just picks things out of the air. He just knows things. A lot of you out there, and me too, you know, I have certain things that I know I'm pretty good at. Like I'm clairsentient. I feel things. I just feel. I have certain parts of my body that I'm like, my gut, for instance, and my heart, I can literally feel, or I get goosebumps. I'm also been working on my clairvoyance and clairaudience. I think would be great if you could hear things. I mean, I hear things, but wouldn't it be cool if you could like actually hear? But anyway, yeah, so everybody's working. Everyone's at a certain phase in their life trying to work on certain things. So if you want to work on claircognizance, the crown chakra is what you want to focus on. All right, so moving on to the third eye. The third eye is right here, okay? Hi, sorry about that. I needed to get a drink of water. I was really thirsty. All right, so what was I saying? Third eye. Okay, so that's the color royal blue. So if you want to activate that, I would envision a shining light from within, you know, coming in here, coming in through the crown, and then going out through the third eye, the third eye chakra. Sorry. Another way to activate it is imagine the angels or your spirit guides are like shooting a beam of light right here, and just picture the eye opening up, okay? Because if it's closed, you want to work it to where it's open and the eye is right there opening up. That has to do with awareness, clairvoyance, if you want to work on that. And again, if you want to activate it, one thing that you could do is wear blue jewelry, blue nail polish, blue sweaters. I'm wearing blue today. Yeah, so you can focus on blue. So for herbs, let's see, what kind of herbs? Oh, lavender for this one too. Okay, cool. So lavender and rosemary, you can use those herbs and essential oils. And basically, when I say use herbs and essential oils, what I'm saying is you can make your teas. You can find these herbs fresh and organic and dried. I'm sorry, you can find them fresh or dried. And you can make teas out of them. You can use essential oils in your diffuser, anything like that. A lot of essential oils, you can just, you know, open up the bottle and smell it, take a deep breath, and just breathe it in, and you can just feel it coming in and doing its magic. So yeah, that when I say work with essential oils or herbs, that's what I'm talking about. I really love essential oils because they're super potent. So I do have a lot of those. So, and the same thing with the ear chakra. What color is that? If I remember correctly, it might be like a light green color, but I could be wrong because it's been a long time since I looked it up. I just work with it. So the ear chakra, or the third ear, same thing. Activate it with light, ask the angels to work on it with you, and pretty soon you will start, you know, hearing more things, being clairaudient. Your hearing might get better actually as well. That's what I've heard. I personally haven't experienced that, but that's what I've heard. If that resonates with you, you could try that. Herbs for that, I would imagine lavender seems to be on the list for almost all of them, so I would say try lavender. Lemon pops to mind too. Yes, I just heard lemon and lavender. And I heard also to use the clear quartz crystal for that. There is a green stone. I wish I could remember the name of the green stone because I have a feeling you could use that as well. I can't remember the name of it, but I will, after this, I will look up the green stone I'm thinking about that popped into my head. I got a visual of it. I have a picture of I have a ring that is this green stone, and it just popped into my head. So I will try to figure out what the name of that stone is, and I will try to put it in the description box below. Sorry about that. Alrighty, so moving on, we have the throat chakra, which is the light blue. And this is about having to do with speaking your truth and communication. And a lot of times you'll notice that if you're having a hard time speaking your truth, or if you tend to stutter or you're shy about speaking in front of people, that could be because your throat chakra is blocked. So try the meditation, and again, do the exercise where you're picturing the light shining through and activating it, or the angels shooting like a white light right here. So for the throat chakra, you could wear light blue stones for that. I love Larimar. That's one of my favorite stones. I wonder if that's on the list. No, it's not, but I love it. So it's light blue. I wear it all the time. I have only recently, in the last couple of years, come into speaking my own truth. And I am trying very hard to work on that area of my life where I'm being honest with myself as well with others. So I wear Larimar a lot, and it just makes me feel comfortable and safe, and it makes me think of the angels because it's a pretty light blue color. So for the list here, it says aquamarine and blue lace agate. Blue lace agate is really pretty, and so is aquamarine. So I can absolutely see those working for your throat chakra. As far as herbs and essential oils, let's see what we got here. Ooh, peppermint. I love peppermint. There's also red clover blossom, sage, salt. Okay. And chamomile. So again, you can use the essential oils, or you can make teas out of these things to work with your throat chakra. And for the heart chakra, which is all about love and healing. A lot of people, when they think of love, they think of pink or red. So, but the heart chakra is actually green. And the heart chakra, yeah, that is just I would think one of the most important chakras to work on. But again, I don't want to like single one out over the other. They're all important, but for a lot of people, the heart chakra is something that they do focus on a lot, and which is good, because if you're working on your heart chakra, that means you're trying to put more love into the world, love yourself more, and that's what we need. We need more love in this world. So I think working on the heart chakra is a great, great thing to do. Again, visualization, the white light. And another thing that I like is just picturing like a door here, and it opens up. So you're opening up your heart space, and just like light is beaming, okay? The spinning fan, the chakra, light is beaming, and your heart chakra is opening up. Green stones. There's jade, there's moss agate. Oh, what else is there? Let me see what's on the list. What do they have? Okay, they have jade. Oh, malachite. Yes, malachite. That's a really good one. So jade, moss agate, malachite, those are really good for the heart chakra. And for teas, I like to use chamomile for this one, and also peppermint. I have a feeling sage is probably really good. Let me see, is that on there? Yes, sage, thyme, basil. So a lot of cooking going on here. You can cook with all these herbs, okay? Lavender. Yeah, okay, so lemon and lavender are on a lot of these. I remember reading somewhere that lavender and lemon, if you only had those two, they would pretty much help with anything. They're like the all-around, they're kind of like the clear quartz crystal, I just heard. They're like the clear quartz crystal that you can use for anything. Lemon and lavender essential oils are the same way. I just had a thought, and then it left me. I had an interesting thought, and then it left me. Well, if it comes back, I will try to talk about it. I'm not sure what it was. Okay, my mind just, thoughts come in and out. Okay, so let's see, where were we? Heart chakra. Okay, so again, opening up the heart space, working on that. It's a really good thing. It works. I've been working on that, and it really, really is a good thing. So after that, after the heart chakra, is the solar plexus, and it's like right here, right above the belly button, or some people say it's right near the belly button. So it's in that area. the solar plexus is yellow and it's bright like the sun, okay? And just picture, if you want to activate it, just picture a bright, shining sun, just warm and, you know, warm rays of light coming out of it. And I think I mentioned this before, trust your gut. When people talk about trusting their gut, this is the solar plexus they're talking about. So there has to do, a lot of it has to do with creativity and wisdom and personal power, okay? The soul is also, the sun represents the soul. So a lot of times when I picture the solar plexus as a sun, I imagine, well, the soul knows, you know, what your body needs. And I think that's what, when you talk about that gut feeling, that's your soul saying, yes, this is what I need, or no, I don't want that, just run. don't go near that. Or yes, this is perfect, go down this path. So basically, if you follow your gut, I'm pretty sure it will lead you in the right direction. It usually does for me. And I would say that, I know the angels are there to protect you, and they are there to help you recognize the subtle voices in your body and the sudden nudges and feelings that you get. You may already know about all of this, and but for those of you who don't know, you know, this is something that you can work on. Ask your spirit guides and angels to help you with, and they absolutely will. So let's see, what kind of essential oils does the solar plexus use? Clove, grapefruit, and cinnamon. I love all of those. So yeah, again, essential oils. And I also like to put essential oils on, like, the, you know, my wrists and back here, sometimes over my heart space. One thing I do that I didn't mention before, I don't know why that completely slipped my mind. Okay, so sometimes for the essential oils, if I want to work like on my crown chakra, I'll take the lavender and I'll go up here. For the throat chakra, I'll take peppermint and go right here. And same thing for the heart chakra, you know, lavender, rose. Rose is really good for the heart chakra as well, and just put some right there. You can use that for any part of your body that you're working on for chakras. It goes directly where it needs to go. Excuse me, I have a dry throat. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick. Okay, we're back. So where did I leave off? I was finishing the sacral solar plexus, right? I was finishing solar plexus and starting sacral chakra. Okay, so the sacral chakra has to do with sexuality and creativity. If you're feeling blocked creatively or even sexually, because sometimes stigma that you encounter over sexuality in your life can create blockages in your sacral chakra. All those have to be cleansed. If you're feeling blank with creativity, if your creative drive is low, this is another thing that you want to clear residue from this area so that you raise your creativity. The sacral chakra is a nice orange color, very warm, very sensual. It's a nice, beautiful orange, warm color. And again, something that you want to visualize with is the light coming through. And oh, and by the way, it's in the belly area. And it also has to do with sexual organs. So, you know, it has to do with that belly area. So if you want to activate it, do the visualization that we talked about with all the other ones with the white light. And you may also want to wear beautiful oranges. If you can't wear orange, if that color does not look good on you, then I would suggest orange jewelry. There is one orange stone that I really love. It's carnelian, and that's just a beautiful, beautiful stone. When I was having a time in my life that I was having trouble with my creativity, I found a beautiful carnelian stone and it did seem to help. Um, so for essential oils, I love gardenia, and this is one that you can use for this chakra, gardenia. As well as, let me see, there was something else, patchouli. Patchouli and sandalwood. Oh, I love those. Patchouli and sandalwood, those are really great. And again, those are like warm, sensual, essential oils. The herbs for the sacral chakra all have to do with spicy stuff. So anything spicy will work for you. So if you like Indian food, this is great. You can use that. So lots of curries and things like that. Pepper, black pepper, I think, anything like that. Paprika, other spices. Lots of spice. So once that is activated, your creativity is heightened and you're feeling pretty good about your life as well. For the color, oh, I already talked about the color, I'm sorry. All right, anyway, moving on, root chakra. So this is the red chakra. Sorry, I don't know why my throat is so dry. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Apologize. Okay, so the root chakra is red, and again, this has to do with trust, okay? It has to do with stability and being grounded. So if you're going through life and you're not feeling very trusting of others, if you're not feeling very stable and you're not feeling grounded, this is something you definitely have to work on, or I would suggest you work on it. Again, with the visualizations of the white light, cleaning it, and basically anything that is the color red you can wear. And you can also, and it doesn't have to be just what you wear. I should have said this before, it doesn't have to be anything that you wear. If you want to use furnishings, or decorations for furnishings like pillows and blankets, things like that, those colors work very well. You wrap yourself in a nice red blanket and you just feel very warm and safe, and you work on opening that sacral chakra. That's something you can wear, your root chakra. That's something that you can wear around you while you're doing the visualizations, okay? A stone that is really good for that I've used before, again, was clear quartz. Also black tourmaline, if I remember if that was what it was called. It's just a black stone and it's really, really pretty. Another, oh yeah, of course, bloodstone. Other black stones, obsidian's beautiful. Oh, snowflake obsidian is really, really pretty. It has little white flecks on it. Yeah, so obsidian, black tourmaline, hematite, bloodstone, those are all really great to work with. I talked about the stones and I talked about colors. Other things that would help are lighting candles that are these colors. So again, if you want to work on your root chakra and you don't have any of these things available, light a red candle. You can find those anywhere, okay? For herbs and essential oils, again, it's very similar to what the sacral chakra was. Very warm, very spicy. Lots of gardenia, of course, and ylang ylang. I'm not sure if I said that right. That's a really, really good one for this. Trying to think, what else? I think that's pretty much it. Let me look at this over here. Okay, yeah. So sandalwood, frankincense, the list is long. There's a lot of essential oils that you can use. So sandalwood, I love frankincense. I use that a lot. Myrrh, those will be good. I heard sandalwood is really, really good. Okay, sandalwood. Again, these are things that if you don't have essential oils, if you don't want to buy the bottles, you can find candles that are scented. Wouldn't it be great if you found a candle that was the color and the scent that you need for the chakra you want to work on? That'd be great. So, sorry, more water. So, yeah, so essential oils, herbs for cooking, tea, candles, the clothing you wear, the jewelry you wear, and those are all helpful. But I think the thing that works absolutely the best out of all these things would be the meditation and the visualizations. Those worked the best for me. Visualization is just a very fabulous tool, and one that I use often and one that I highly recommend. So visualization and meditation. And I'm trying to think, do I need to talk about anything else for chakras? I heard that's it. Okay, so once they're aligned and they're, clean and free of debris, you feel better, you feel balanced, and you're able to go out into the world and live your best life. So I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or comment below, and I'll try to respond. I will respond. So please, yeah, thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend time with me, and I hope that I helped you. Many blessings. Bye.